Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's video we're gonna work on our 2015 Cadillac Escalade. Today we're gonna change the two front shock absorber. We have the two original ones here. The reason we're changing them, sorry about the noise, I'm gonna try to explain that. But what happened is not because, like, you can see the car when you go into a bump, it's just like keep jumping over the shock, or the shock absorber is very very weak. It's actually, I think it's very stiff, because when you go over any bump you actually see the whole wheel, like the whole car with the shock absorber is putting pressure down. The whole wheel kind of flips in from the top like this. It's a bumpy ride, it's not comfortable. I took it to a shop who told me you don't see anything wrong, but they had that same issue before in the Tahoe, and that's because there is a stiff shock absorber in the front. So they quote me about $3,500 for the whole job, 2,000 labor, and about 12 or 1,300 for, sorry, 2,000 parts, about 12 1,300 labor, and the rest is like other fees. So we got the two online for about, I think, $850 or $900. So we're gonna save us about maybe $2,000 or more. So we jack the car up from both sides because it's gonna be much easier. You can do it if you jack the car up from one side, and we have the stand on both sides as well. So we're gonna go ahead first and start removing the rim, the wheel, and we'll see what we're gonna need after that. Before we start, let's go over what we're gonna need mostly. So you're gonna need some wrenches, torque wrench. You're gonna need some long extension, and we'll show you why now. You're gonna need a 22 millimeter for, that's my car, I'm not sure about yours, but 22 millimeter for these wheel knots here. Then you're gonna need an 18 millimeter for the strut. Let me get you some light. So these three knots in the top here, you guys can see, but we're gonna access from the top. These are 18 millimeter here. Okay, we'll go from the top and we'll show it more clearly. The three nuts from the top in any strut, these on this Cadillac here is 18 millimeter. So you're gonna need again 22, 18, and you're gonna need a 15 millimeter for, there is two bolts that holding the strut from down underneath here. So these are 15 millimeter size, and also it will help you to have a 15 millimeter wrench, because we're gonna loosen the one of the linkage, and both the bolt and the nut in the top, both of them are 15. So you're gonna need 15 from one side and 15 from the other side. Some bars here help you push the lower control arm down, so we can push the whole shock absorber away. You're gonna need that clip because you're gonna need to remove some of the plastic fastener that holding some of the wire, and we'll show you that in a minute. You definitely need the strut spring compressor. You get that from AutoZone. If you have one, that's fine. You're gonna need impact. If you have them, it will help you just unbolt things quicker. Also, that swivel will help you a lot, because around these 18 millimeter nuts in the top is going to be some angle there, so it will help you if you have them. Yeah, you're gonna need these. If you have this kit, it will help you a lot, because we're gonna have to switch the harness from the old to the new strut. The new strut comes with the wires ready to be inside the harness, but you have to get the harness from the old one and switch it to the new one. Or maybe some of these specs will help you as well get the wire from inside the harness itself. Now let's move to the top of the car. I will try to show you. There's different ways to get this nuts, especially on this side. You can take the wheel, the fender liner here off. It might give you easy access from this way, or you can go from the top. Oh, one more thing, you're gonna need the steps. This car is tall. I'm 6'1", I'm 6'1", and I need the steps to go up. So Imagine if you're shorter, you definitely need the steps. I forgot that. So let's get the steps here and go up, and we'll try to show you from this side, which is this side is very hard to see because there's a lot of things in the way, but if we can't, we'll show you the other side. To be honest, it's gonna be very hard to see on this side, show you from the top here in the camera. So let's move to the other side so you guys have an idea. It's the same. So that's what it looks like. Let me just hang the light somewhere so I can point with my hand. Okay, I think we're good. So that's the wire that's from the shock absorber. It's controlled electronically somehow. Not sure if it's the right height or what, but you have some big wire clips that go over the screws here, or the bolts here before the nut. So you're gonna have to get that clip to push these out. It's gonna be hard by hand, so you go under and push these out. You have for example another one here, same thing. Then you're gonna have access to the 3 bolts from the top. Again, these are the 3 18 millimeters. Got the wheel off. Now we're gonna go underneath here. That's the whole shock absorber assembly or strut assembly. These here were the 15 millimeter bolts are going through here to hold that end of the shock absorber here to the lower control arm. So we're gonna go from under here, and here we go. These are the 2 15 millimeter bolts that you're gonna have to remove that have that lower end hold to the lower control arm. So let's go ahead and just remove them. But before we go to the top, that's here is the linkage that you guys have to loosen it, or if it's come all the way out, it's fine. Again, just 15 millimeter bolt, 15 millimeter socket in the top. So let's go ahead and get it loose, or even remove it. It's so rusted. I think that's why it was hard to really remove. But anyway, that's what we need to remove, so we can, as you just push the lower control arm. If you guys can see, I can push the whole lower control arm and get away from the whole shock absorber. So now we go to the top, and let's loosen these 18 millimeter bolts from the top. Okay, so in my case, looks like somebody was here before, because all the plastic clips that's supposed to have these like wire harnesses attached to is already removed. So it looks like it's even these shock absorber got changed before. Again, 1 2 3 bolts, I can see them clearly. I can see these plastic clips are not in place. There's one here already out, I didn't remove it. Another one here, yeah, another one over there, another plastic here that already somebody took it off. So we have these removed before. Now we're gonna go to the top of the shock absorber, find where is the harness is located. It's, again, somebody just left it down here, which is, I don't think so that's the right location here. It's, let's get the camera down. Or about from here. Yes. Okay, so that's here is the connector for the shock absorber here. It's a little bit routed away, but that's where is it. Let's go to the other side and show you how you guys can remove it, because again, I don't think so that's where it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be somewhere closer to that, but again, this area here has been visited before. So let's go to the other side. So that's the other side, that's the connector here, and all what you need to do is, you see that, so you see that gray tab here, you need to, with a clip or a flathead screwdriver, just push it out. Even if you have a strong finger. Let me hang the camera. So you're gonna get that gray tab out like this. I did with my hand. I didn't even need any screwdriver or any pick or anything. You just need to push on the same gray tab that you just pull out, push on it, and the whole harness will come out. So now let's get these 18mm nuts out, and then we will be ready to get the whole strut out of the car, and we'll show you out how we're gonna compress the coil, how we're gonna remove things, because there's a specific way when you remove it, you make sure you put it back on the specific orientation, otherwise it's gonna mess things up. So now what we need to do after we got everything off, I'm gonna push. You can use a prior bar here, or you can do it with your hand. So we're gonna push down and push your shock absorber back. Everything will come down. Be careful, don't hurt yourself. And then we're gonna take it out from the top. We just move it down a little bit, like that. Okay, make sure you pull your wire, and then we're gonna take everything out from here, from the upper control arm spot. Here we go, easy and simple. Now we'll go on the side of the car and we'll show you what we're talking about, the angle and everything. So this one here is already marked, but if yours is not marked, you can mark it here. The one was go with a bolt here, go in the middle and down here. And also you have to pay attention to orientation here, because this is not flat. It's not like, how to say it?
It's not 100% leveled.
Yeah, it's angled a little bit.
It has a little bit of angle this way.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you don't put it the other way. Okay, so make sure you get the orientation right, so when you install the new one you have the right orientation, the right angle here, and in the middle of your mark here with the bolt here. So now let's compress that coil or the spring, and
I put some WD-40 here with this nut. It was a little bit rusted, so just soak it with some WD-40 before you start compressing the coil and all this stuff, so it will take some time and actually help you when you try to get it out.
This one here also is 18mm, and to remove it we're gonna cut that and just go with the impact, so we can remove it easy and quick. And put a note on how many threads are out here, so when you put the new one you leave the same amount of thread as well.
All right.
So the boot, there is a rubber boot inside here and washer. They didn't come out, so we're gonna try to fish. Is it called fish, right?
Yeah, fishing.
Yeah, fishing
the
wire through the hole. We attach the fishing line to the covering here, and we're gonna start to fish it inside.
All right, now the plug for the wires coming out of the shock absorber, it comes blank, like just the two pins. So what you need to do, you need to pull the old ones from the plug, which is you use one of these kits, these tools. You try to get right in front. You see the pin, how the pin looks like this. So technically you need to go on this side so you can press the clip down, and you twist it, you twist the tool and you wiggle the wire and pull it. Be careful, like you can see it happened with me. This one, it happened the right way and it came out all the way, the whole thing. This one, the wire got disconnected from the pin, which is, I just had it here. Do you have a pin? Yeah. So in this situation, I had to use long nose to get inside the plug, and technically what I was doing, I was just like pushing on the pin inside the plug till it came out. So once again, once you put that in front of the pin, and there's a small purple piece inside, I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Yeah, and there's holes in it. So you try to prime this tool inside the hole, and you give it a little bit twist, both sides, wiggle it, wiggle the wire before you pull it, and slowly it will come out. That's the way to do it. Another way to do it, it's you cut this new ones, and the plug, when it's completely perfect connected, you pull some outside and you cut it, and you just connect the two wires with shrink wrap,
soldering, butt connector, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you feel like it. But that's another way to do it.
The other thing, guys, pay orientation, which white and black came from which opening. So when you put it back, you put it in the right orientation again, so it doesn't mismatch.
The polarity.
Matter, yeah.
I don't think it has a polarity, but yeah. Anyways, the black came out from the white. The white came out from here, from this side. So we're gonna go with the white on this side and the black on that side.
We're gonna go the reverse. You make sure you pass your wire.
All right, once we put it in there, you see here, he's just putting the 3 nuts loose just to keep it in place.
That's it. Now we're gonna start with the 215 bolts from underneath. The torque for these is 37 foot-pound. Then after that, we'll do the linkage here, and I think it's the same. I'm not sure about the linkage torque. And then the 3 nuts in the top is also 37 foot-pound. Then after that, we're gonna put the wheel, and the wheel torque for this car is 140 foot-pound. So that will be pretty easy and simple. So let's keep going. Okay guys, we're done with the job. Make sure when you torque, you do cross pattern, so you make sure the wheel is back on like even. Again, that's it guys, very easy job. I hope that will solve my problem or our problem here, and I hope I have nothing else is wrong, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you guys have any question for us. Thank you so much, and have a good day.